It is going to be a good one here tonight, here in the Buckeye State Battle. It's Fostoria and Galloway coming up next. Welcome, folks, to the Richard Green Memorial Court in Galloway, Ohio. It is a Buckeye State battle between the Railroaders and the Blue Rockets. Let's meet the starting five for both teams. Fostoria has Trey Cunningham, Noah Washington, Levi Walker, Duke Carnes, and Justin Curry. But then the Blue Rockets have Zach Roden, Christian Bryan, Nash Sigmund, Brandon Hunter, and Trey Shelsky. Brandon Hunter is a new addition to this Blue Rocket team from just last night. We are underway in Galloway. Here's Roden. He has the ball first for the Blue Rockets. Roden to Bryan. Bryan has it. He goes up. He will miss the two. Washington rebound. Now here's Curry. Justin Curry back to Trey Cunningham. Now here's Carnes. Carnes to Walker. Walker to Washington. Here's Washington. Noah Washington with the slam. Dunks it in. Here's Zach Roden. Roden now has the ball. He looks, keeps it himself just a bit. Pass to Hunter. Brandon Hunter looks back to Bryan. Now it's Sigmund. Back to Shelsky. Trey Shelsky for two. And now here we go. Here's Cunningham. Cunningham has it. Pass there to Washington. He almost loses it. Noah Washington has it. Washington misses the three. Brandon Hunter rebound. Here's Hunter. Pass to Bryan. Christian Bryan for two. And the Blue Rockets are up by two. How about the Hawks losing to the Solar Flares? Cunningham has the ball. No, that wasn't the Hawks. That was the Huskies. Trey Cunningham for three. Make it 5-4. A 1-point lead now for the Railroaders. Here's Bryan back to Hunter. Hunter to Roden. Zach Roden for three. Zach Roden has been great from three-pointer in his career. Started in the playoffs last year with Plainfield. And now here he is on Galloway this season. Noah Washington misses the three. Tipped, but rebound by Nash Sigmund. Sigmund is another guy that can make those threes. Here is Roden. Zach Roden for two. And the Blue Rockets have a 4-point lead over the Railroaders. Cunningham has the ball. Are we going to see Isaac Stead play tonight? I think we might. Here's Washington. Noah Washington misses the two. Shelsky rebound. Trey Shelsky has the ball. Pass to Roden. Zach Roden. He will miss the three. Carnes with the rebound. Carnes to Washington. Washington back to Carnes. Now here's Walker. Back to Washington. Noah Washington for three. Big time three-pointer by Fostoria. Here's Roden. Pass back to Hunter. Hunter has the ball. Pass to Roden. Roden looks. Cunningham covering. Roden goes up. He will miss the two. Cunningham rebound. Now here's Carnes. Carnes the pass back to Cunningham. Here's Curry. Justin Curry has it. Covered by Shelsky. Curry back to Carnes. Carnes with the ball. Duke Carnes misses the two, though. Hunter rebound back to Sigmund. Sigmund has the ball. Pass to Roden. Zach Roden with the ball. Roden to Hunter. Brandon Hunter goes up. He will score. 11-8. Timeout, Fostoria. Railroaders down. And we will be back here to Galloway. The points last season, the Racers had the most points last season, the most points scored. Here we go from Galloway. Curry will have the ball, giving it to Cunningham. Trey Cunningham has it. Pass to Overton. It's Cooper Overton now. Pass back to Curry. Here's Justin Curry. Pass to Cunningham. Trey Cunningham will miss the three. Shelsky rebound. Pass to Stead. Here's Isaac Stead. Stead with it. Covered by Curry. Pass to Hammond. Blake Hammond there. He goes up. He will score. Blake Hammond for two. Now here's Cooper Overton. Overton back to Vice. It's Max Vice that has the ball. Vice, a new addition from Carmel. Here's Overton. Cooper Overton for two. Nice shot by Coop. Shelsky gives it to Stead. It's Isaac Stead that has the ball. Back to Shelsky. Trey Shelsky to Hammond. Blake Hammond with it now. Blake Hammond misses a three. Overton rebound. Overton has it. Pass to Cunningham. Cunningham has the ball. Pass to Vice. Max Vice misses the three. Hammond rebound. Blake Hammond. Pass to Shelsky. Shelsky to Stead. Stead to Shelsky. Trey Shelsky for two. Curry to Overton. Overton to Carnes. Duke Carnes will not beat the buzzer. 15-10 after the first quarter. From the Richard Green Memorial Court, the Galloway Blue Rockets have the lead. We welcome you back here to Galloway. Here we go. It's Overton. He has a ball. Overton looks. Goes up. Covered by Thomas. Now here's Fennell. Back to Vice. Here's Walker. Levi Walker for three. Here's Carter Crum. He has a ball. He's out there with Hammond. Then it's Brenton Thomas, Isaac Stead, and Brandon Hunter. Crum looks. Pass to Hammond again. Blake Hammond has it back to Thomas. Brenton Thomas to Hammond. Blake Hammond for three. Big time three-pointer by Hammond and the Blue Rockets. Here's Overton, covered by Hammond. Overton there, has the ball. Keeps it to Cassius Bridgewaters. Bridgewaters will score. Cassius Bridgewaters for two. Now it's Thomas. He slams it in. Timeout, Fostoria. The Blue Rockets have the lead 20-15. And we welcome you back here to Galloway. The Blue Rockets have the lead by 5, and they have played really strong tonight. It's been a really fun game to watch. Zach Roden is back into the game for the Blue Rockets. Here's Levi Walker. Walker has the ball, passing Washington. It's Noah Washington. He will miss the 3. Hammond rebound. Here's Blake Hammond. Hammond keeps it himself. The pass is Stead. Isaac Stead with it. Stead looks. Back to Hunter. Brandon Hunter will miss the 2. Cam Fennell with it. Back to Overton. Overton to Walker. It's Levi Walker. Walker has it covered by Roden. Pass to Fennell. Cam Fennell will miss the 3. Brent Thomas rebound. Back to Stead. Isaac Stead has the ball. Covered by Washington. Stead pass to Hunter. Brandon Hunter has it. He goes up. He will miss the 2. Fennell rebound. Cam Fennell. Pass to Washington. Now the pass back to Vice. Max Vice to Walker. Now it's Fennell. Cam Fennell has it. Fennell looks strong. Covered by Stead. Cam Fennell for 2. Timeout Galloway. 3:12 left in the first half. It's only a 3-point game in the Buckeye State battle. And now we welcome you back here to Galloway. It's a 3-point lead for the Blue Rockets with 3:12 remaining in the first half. The Blue Rockets looking to be strong this season. Here we go once again from Galloway. We have seen some great games over the past few weeks. Especially the Plainfield-Centerton game. That game was spectacular. Now here's Stead. Stead gives it to Roden. Zach Roden to Bryan. It's Christian Bryan back to Hunter. Now it's Bryan again. Pass to Shelsky. Shelsky passing Bryan. Christian Bryan for 3. 23-17. Cunningham has the ball again. Pass to Washington. It's Noah Washington. Noah Washington misses the 3. Bryan rebound. Pass to Stead. Here's Isaac Stead. Back to Bryan. It's Christian Bryan. Keeps it himself. Misses another 3. Walker rebound. Pass back to Fennell. Cam Fennell. Pass to Washington. Washington. Fennell back to Washington. Noah Washington for 3. Again, a 3-point lead for the Blue Rockets. Here's Roden. Roden to Bryan now instead. Isaac Stead to Hunter. Hunter back to Bryan. Christian Bryan there. Back to Roden. Zach Roden will miss the shot. Curry with the rebound. Washington with it. Pass to Walker. Walker looks. They have a chance to tie it up. Levi Walker misses the 3. Hunter with the rebound. Nice rebound by Galloway. And Christian Bryan will score. This is a really good game, folks. Washington has the ball for Fostoria. Washington there. He goes up. He will miss the 2. Roden with the rebound. Roden passes Stead. Stead looks. Keeps it himself. Pass back to Hunter. Brandon Hunter for 2. It's now a 7-point lead. Here's Cunningham. Cunningham back to Washington. Now it's Fennell. Fennell has it. Cam Fennell misses the 3. Shelsky rebound. Pass to Stead. Stead passing Bryan again. Now it's Stead. Now it's Roden. Zach Roden misses the 3. Washington rebound. Back to Cunningham. Now here's Washington. Noah Washington for 3. A lot of 3-pointers are flying in tonight's game for both teams. 3, but only 3 threes for Washington. Here's Roden. Roden looks. He goes up and he will not score. 4-point lead after the first half. Going to the Nova Rain halftime show. It's a good game in Galloway. And we welcome you back here to the Nova Rain halftime show. Here from Galloway, Ohio. It's been a fun game indeed. Take a look at the upcoming schedule for Fostoria. They have the Indianapolis Wolfpack. Then they have Oxford. Then they play Fishers. And then they host the Plainfield Thunder. Plainfield should be a fun game for that game. Here is the first half highlights, or should I say the lowlights, for the Fostoria Railroaders. They were kind of struggling for a 3-point range, but it doesn't matter. It's still a really good game. Bryan and Washington are your top performers. It's a 4-point lead for Galloway. And we welcome you back here to Galloway, Ohio. It's a Buckeye State battle. Let's take a look at the first half highlights from Noah Washington. Washington was on point in the first half. A couple threes and a couple twos. He's been great tonight, and he looks to extend that greatness. I don't know what I'm saying. Levi Walker now with it. Walker gives it there. Now here's Washington. Washington to Carnes. Carnes will miss the 3. Bryan gives it back to Roden. Here's Zach Roden. Roden has it. Back to Hunter. Now here's Shelsky. Pass to Roden again. Roden has it. Looks inside the 2. For 2. He will miss. Now it's Curry that gets it back. Curry to Washington. Noah Washington for 2. Now it's a 2-point lead for the Blue Rockets. Here's Roden. Roden has the ball. Pass to Bryan again. It's Christian Bryan. Christian Bryan for 3. Big three-pointer by the Blue Rockets. Now here's the slam. Justin Curry with the dunk. Now it's Zach Roden with the ball. Roden pass to Hunter. Hunter has it. Here we go. Hunter back to Roden. Zach Roden for 3. Big time three-pointer by Zach Roden. Now here is Cunningham. Back to Washington. Noah Washington for 2. He had 11 points in the first half. Now here's Roden. Back to Hunter. Brandon Hunter has the ball. Pass to Roden. Zach Roden. And it's blocked by Cunningham. Washington now with the ball. He goes up, slams it in. 2-point lead now for the Blue Rockets. 33-31. Timeout Galloway. And we welcome you back here to Galloway. It's the Blue Rockets that have the lead 33-31. It's been a really fun game indeed tonight. The Railroaders look to win. And Hunter gives it back to Roden. Roden has the ball for the Blue Rockets. Roden looks. Hunter there. Zach Roden keeps it himself. Inside back to Hunter. Now it's Shelsky. Shelsky to Roden. Zach Roden will miss the 3. Walker rebound. Back to Carnes. Carnes to Cunningham. Tie game in Galloway. Fostoria looking to win this one. This has been a really good game, and I know for a fact the fans are loving this. Roden has the ball. Pass to Hunter. Hunter to Shelsky. Shelsky to Roden again. It's Roden. Zach Roden for 3. 3-pointer by Zach Roden. Here is Cunningham. Cunningham has it. Keeps it himself, he scores. It's a 1-point lead now for Galloway. Here is Roden with it once again. Roden has it. Pass to Hunter. Hunter looks. Goes in. Pass to Sigmund. Back to Roden. Here's Roden. Zach Roden for 3 again. Have a night, Zach Roden. Here's Carnes. He goes up. Misses the 2. Hunter with the rebound. Galloway has a momentum. Sigmund back to Bryan. Bryan to Roden. Now it's Sigmund again. Nash Sigmund looks. Pass to Hunter. Brandon Hunter misses the 3. Curry with the rebound. Justin Curry back to Cunningham. Now here's Washington. Noah Washington for 3. Now it's a 1-point lead for Galloway once again. Washington has 20. Timeout Galloway. It's been a great game in the third quarter. More action coming up next. And we welcome you back here to Galloway. Take a look at the league leaders in blocks per game last season. The Plainfield Thunder and the Centerdine Racers and the Terrell Arrows led that list. And unsurprisingly, those three right now are the three best teams in the league. Here is Crumb. Has the ball, pass to Hunter. Brandon Hunter with the slam. Curry gives it to Overton. It's Cooper Overton that has the ball. Overton looks. Pass to Fennell. Cam Fennell for three. Tie game again. Here's Isaac Stead. He has the ball. Stead looks. Pass to Hunter. Brandon Hunter misses the two. Fennell rebound. Here's Cam Fennell. Back to Levi Walker. Now it's Cooper Overton. Overton has the ball. Overton to Fennell. Cam Fennell looks. He's gonna look, goes up, misses the two. Big rebound by Isaac Stead. Now here's Crumb. Carter Crumb with it. Pass to Stead. Stead looks. Is he gonna shoot it? Isaac Stead misses the two. Overton rebound. Here comes the Railroaders. Overton for two. And Fostoria takes the lead. Stead back to Crumb. Carter Crumb from deep. Misses a three. And after the third quarter, Fostoria leads it. Great game from the Richard Green Memorial Court. And now we welcome you back here to Galloway. It's been a fun game indeed. Take a look at Fostoria talking to each other. Now, here's the assist of the game. Overton to Fennell and Cam Fennell with a game-tying three in the third quarter. Now, here we go. Kinzer gives it back to Roden. How about Landon Kinzer out there? Here's Roden. Passing Bryant. Christian Bryan misses the two. Rebound by Washington. It's Overton that has the ball. Overton to Washington. Now it's Cunningham back to Fennell. Cam Fennell misses the three. Bryan rebound. Christian Bryan passes Stead. Isaac Stead will miss the three. Cunningham rebound. Here's Trey Cunningham. Back to Fennell. Pass to Overton. Now it's Fennell again. Fennell has the ball. Cam Fennell for two. Isaac Stead makes contact with him, and that is an and one. That's an automatic. That is 3 automatic points. Here's Hammond. Has it back to Stead. Isaac Stead misses the three. Cunningham back to Overton. Pass of Ice. Now it's Overton again. Cooper Overton has it. Overton back to Fennell. Cam Fennell for two. Logan Scott gives it to Roden. Roden has the ball. The pass back to Bryan. Christian Bryan will score. 5-point lead again. Here's Cunningham. Cunningham has the ball. Looks on. Goes up. He will miss the two. Bryan rebound. Back to Roden. It's Zach Roden. Passes Stead. Isaac Stead with it. He looks. Pass to Bryan. Christian Bryan misses the two. Cunningham rebound. Now it's Washington. He will easily take it himself. And the Railroaders have the lead. Stead has a ball. Timeout Galloway. 7-point lead for Fostoria. And we welcome you back here to Galloway. Fostoria surprisingly came back, and now they're up by 7. Fostoria was close with Galloway for the entire game. And now Fostoria has the lead. Who's going to win this? Looks like all these starters are back on the court for both teams. Here is Hunter. Gives it back to Shelsky. Shelsky to Brian. Brian to Hunter again. Brandon Hunter to Roden. Roden looks. Keeps it himself. Zach Roden looks for 2. He will miss. Washington rebound. Is he going to take it himself? No, it's Cunningham with it. Cunningham back to Washington. Washington pass back to Cunningham. Trey Cunningham there, back to Washington. Noah Washington misses the 3. It's Shelsky with the rebound. Pass back to Roden. Roden to Hunter. Back to Shelsky. Shelsky, back to Roden. Zach Roden will miss the 3. Curry rebound. Now here's Duke Carnes. Back to Cunningham. It's Cunningham that has the ball. Back to Washington. Pass to Walker. Levi Walker misses the 2. Ryan rebound. Here's Brian back to Hunter. Now it's Sigmund. Pass to Hunter. Now it's Roden. Roden looks, keeps it himself. Back to Hunter. Now it's Brian. Brian back to Roden. Zach Roden misses the 3. Carnes rebound. Carnes back to Curry. Curry to Washington. Noah Washington has the ball. Back to Cunningham. Cunningham has it. Goes up for 3. Misses. It's Brian with the rebound. Brian to Shelsky. Trey Shelsky for 2. Cunningham misses the 2. Roden with the ball. Back to Hunter. Brandon Hunter back to Brian. Now it's Roden. Zach Roden. He slams it in. They just let Roden dunk it. And now it's a 3-point lead. Fostoria just called a timeout. And we welcome you back to Galloway. We are back live. You know what? Fostoria was up, and now they were up just by a bit. Now they're up by 3. Galloway is back. They are strong, looking to win this game. Here's Noah Washington. He has the ball. The shot was missed by the Railroaders. Here's Shelsky, back to Roden. Roden has it. Pass to Sigmund. Nash Sigmund ties the game at 50. Here's Noah Washington. He has the ball. Washington to Cunningham. Trey Cunningham goes up. He will miss the 2. Rebound Galloway. Here's Hunter. Back to Brian. Now it's Roden. Zach Roden. Passes Sigmund. He almost loses it. Sigmund has it. Passes Shelsky. Trey Shelsky with the slam. Timeout Fostoria. 28.3 seconds left in Galloway. And Galloway has the lead again. This game has been back and forth since the third quarter. Fostoria went up big in the 4th. Then Galloway came back. Fostoria has not scored in a while. They need points if they want to win this game. There are no free throws. That has been gotten rid of. Probably come back next season if the fans don't like that. Like the new rule. Here we go. Barnes gives it to Washington. Noah Washington with the slam. Timeout Galloway. It's 52-52. It is a good game from Galloway. The Buckeye State battle. Railroaders, Blue Rockets. Everybody here is on their feet. Fostoria did not travel 2 hours to the center of Ohio only to lose and go back home. They want this win. Hunter gives it back to Roden. Here is Zach Roden. He has the ball. Roden looks like that they're wasting time. Roden has it. Is he going to be the clutch? Zach Roden back to Shelsky. Trey Shelsky wins the game. And Galloway takes home game 1 of the Buckeye State battle. Trey Shelsky with the game-winning 3-pointer. And the Blue Rockets win at home. What a finish to this one. Galloway comes all the way back as Trey Shelsky gets the game-winning 3. Zach Roden is your player of the game tonight. And no question either. Great game by Zach Roden. He was special, and he's going to continue being special as the year goes on. 6th win of the season for Galloway.